Hi, my amazing pen friends. It's Jess from Dizney Jess. I know it's been forever, but I have some amazing pens to share with you guys today. I may have bought a few things for my birthday, which was last week. So let's go ahead and open them together. I'm going to change the camera so you're looking down at everything because I feel like you'd rather see the pens than me. Here are all of my packages. Let's go ahead and dig in. Let's do the box last, actually, and I'll tell you where all of these are from so that if you like something, you know that that's a good seller to use. And I'll try and link everybody down below for you as well. So our first one is from Dream499. She's on Instagram, whatnot, and probably Facebook, but I'd have to double check that one. But she does her sales on Sundays on Instagram. She also does boards throughout the week where she just posts a board and you can say, oh, I want that pen. And then on Wednesdays on whatnot, she does sales. So I don't know I think there's another package here from her as well. Let me look. It might be this one. Oh, no. Oh, it was the package I already opened. I'm going to insert that actually right here so that these are all together. All right, ready, guys? I'm excited about these ones. So, are they all together? Yes. So this is the seller that I used. Her name is Diana. She's an amazing person. She knows so much about pens, and watching her live shows sometimes can be like watching pen history. So it's really cool. But her name is Dream499. She's on eBay, Instagram, and whatnot as well. And I guess you can scan that little code to go find her. She's amazing, like I said. So she usually does, like, her big sale is on Instagrams on Sunday. So I have another order actually coming from that. I hadn't bought pens in forever, and then I decided for my birthday this year, which was just a couple of days ago, that I would splurge and buy a couple of pens. And well, yeah. All right, let's start. Mostly Arial today. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a closer look at these. Let's start with Peter down here since the other two are Arials. So it's on its original backing card from Disneyland Paris. I do not know that off the top of my head the year. It looks like it's in the original package, so I'm going to be very careful. I'll probably put the packaging somewhere safe. I don't generally display my cards or my pens on the cards, but I do keep the cards, if that makes sense. Really nice. It's a limited edition of 500. The Disneyland Paris pens are always marked on the back what number they are in that. So this particular one, if you look at the back, you have the Princess Pirates here. I'm guessing this is part of a series. I don't actually know this pen off the top of my head. It is number 10. No, sorry, I missed a one. It is 101 out of 500 there. You can see it right there in the corner. They always mark them. It's from 2018, has the pen trading logo over here. We have the Disneyland Paris logo here, the Princess Pirates, so it must be a series. And we have the trademark stuff over here. And then on the front, sorry, it's a very nice float pen, it looks like, with Peter as a pen-on-pen element there. Very shiny, so probably prone to scratching as an FYI. It is more of a almost printed on look. Really cool pen. I am a little surprised at how red Wendy's hair is in this, because usually you see her as a brunette. I think the pirate, it's very technicolored almost. And this looks a little bit like sprinkles down here. But I think it's a really cool pen. So I think I paid $30 for this one. Okay, and then here is Ariel. Ooh, I don't remember. I didn't pay $50 for her. I know she was less than that. She's an older pen. Again, it looks like she's probably on her original card. Not 100% positive on that. these older cards, because they were so generic, it's hard to tell. I think these must have been her original prices. So she does have a clasp back like this to keep her on. And I want to say she's a limited edition as well, but she might just be a really old Ariel. Oh, really old. Oh, it does say limited edition. It doesn't have the edition size on here. Definitely a very old pen. I don't know off the top of my head the year, but very interesting. She's gorgeous in there. I mean, look at how she looks in there. And I love the gold frame. We have the crown on the top of the frame and just some ornate little pattern here. She feels almost like, I know she's metal. Looks very much like a printed on or like a sticker on metal. I don't know if that's actually what she is though. I don't have, I think, any other pens that are quite like this. It does say made in Taiwan, not made in Dizney, or not made in China on the back, which is kind of an interesting little fact. And then our last one, I think this is a newer. I've seen a bunch of them come out, and like there's a whole series of them, and I paid, I gotta say, around $50 for her. Definitely a mini jumbo, pretty hefty. Was she Disneyland Paris? I was curious because I think that's where I've seen them. It looks like probably the original packaging. A lot of times they'll poke the pin backs through in packaging like this just to make sure that they don't get bent or anything. So original price was $25. Well, 25 pounds, I guess. Sorry. So yeah, I think it's a Paris. So it's a pen on pen. Does she move at all? I don't think so. So we have the space kind of as the background pen, and then Ariel and Eric and the moon are all on a front element. I loved the clouds on this. I just thought it was beautiful. And then on the back here, we have Disneyland Paris. It's a 2024 limited edition of 700, and this is number 170 of that. Really beautiful pen. And like palm size, which is kind of cool. I like the backing card, but I like the pen more. I think it actually stands out. Sometimes you'll find backing cards really accentuate the pen itself, and sometimes they take away. And I think in this case, it kind of takes away from the sheer beauty of it. Okay, let's open this one. This would have been from her Instagram pen sale. The other one was from her Whatnot sale. So I love watching her sales because she knows so much about the different Disney pens that it's amazing to see the history and like hear it from her, because she's been in the pen world, I think, since the very beginning. So this is her Instagram account in case you guys want to look at it. She's also on eBay. So yeah, eBay, she's Dream499. Those are her contacts there. So I just really love her. She also, when you do stuff for her live sale, I did not unfortunately win this, but she has a raffle drawing and she'll have a nice pin that she'll do for that. And depending on how much you pay is how many tickets you get. And she'll do a raffle. She'll pull one out and that person gets this amazing pen, whatever pen it is that week. This one was the Lumiere with the jar. I think this was a WDI. So cute. I haven't seen any of them in person, but they look amazing. So these are the 3 pens that I got. Now she was having what she calls a garage sale. So I got these pens at discounted prices, especially this one. So, and I think this one and this one are on their original cards. So let's dig into the Beauty and the Beast first. Now, if you didn't know, I collect... So if you didn't know, these are probably my 3 biggest collections, with Ariel being my 4th biggest collection. And then I collect holidays. This amazing pen says Beauty and the Beast 15th anniversary, and it has this dangle rose, which is amazing. It's pen on pen, so this background element is its own pen. It's LE, it says of 200 or 2,500 from 2006, and it's originally from Walt Disney World. She usually includes all that stuff. I did pay, I think, $60 for this. I don't remember what the markdown was, but here is the back. So you have that solid back. This is old enough to have that. It just all depends on when your pen was created, what the back's going to look like. But you have that limited edition. You see how crisp and clear the watermarking is, how nice the edges are. It just, they made pens a little bit nicer, in my personal opinion, back in the day. So I have started to gravitate more to these older pens. But I love the look on Beast's face when he's looking at Belle. And you have this glitter element in his lapel. It's just so, so pretty. And it is carried over into her dress. And there is even a rose right there. And then you have the detail in the background. I don't know if you guys can really see it, but there are roses printed in this little background area. And then there's roses here. And I think it's an amazing pen. I am so happy to add this to my collection. Next, we have Mim. So this is a pen that I've seen a couple of times. It obviously originally sold for $10.50, has gone up considerably. A lot of the Sword in the Stones, especially limited edition ones, will go up in value, I've found, especially because there just isn't a ton of them out there. They're making more now, I think, but for a long time they were so rare to find. But this is Mim. It was, I believe, an Artist's Choice pen from 2004. This one was, I think, on a cruise line. So it'll say everything on the back here. So yeah, you have the cruise line logo. It's from 2004. And it says A Villainous Voyage. So I think that was a special voyage they did that year, probably around Halloween. It's limited edition of 750. And again, you have that solid back with no real back stamping on it. But I just love the way this looks. So you have Merlin as a little crab down here, and you have Mim in her glory there in this frame with all the artist brushes here. And I just think it's amazing. So I'm excited to add that one to my collection. And oops, there we go. Put that one aside. And then this one. So this was an originally $200 pen that I just threw out the number. I was like, would you take $100 for it? And she was like, sure. And I couldn't believe she agreed, to be honest. I just figured I'd throw it out there and see what happened. And I was so shocked. I did not hear her talk about this pen online, so I don't know a ton about it. I don't think that's the original paper. But I love, like, I've seen a couple of pens like this where Wendy is reading to Peter and Tink is there, and I just think they're so amazing. So if this is the original card, which I think it is, it would be like an older, but in the Parks pen, if that makes sense, or Dizney.com is what it says down here. So let's take it off and take a look. Oh, we have the waffle back. So this is a 250 edition from 2006. Can you imagine, like, these days, if they release something that only had that many in it, how crazy it would be to get it, like, in the parks? I don't think they've done that in a long time. Usually it's, you know, I think the lowest edition I've seen in the parks is like 1,500. But she is so pretty. And the reason I love these so much is I used to read to my kids all the time. And, well, Peter Pan definitely reminds me of my husband. He also reminds me of my kids. So I don't know. I just had an emotional reaction when I saw this pen and had to get it. And the fact that I could get it for cheaper just totally made my day. So those are my 3 pens from that package. Such amazing pens to add to my collection. Make sure I put it back on correct. Hold on. There we go. And these definitely look like the older backers as well. You'll notice as time goes on that the backers, these Mickey backers, change just a little bit. These ones are more rubbery and they cling to the pen a little bit better, in my opinion, than the newer ones. And the newer ones, I think, are slightly bigger. And they have some other features to them. All right, let's go with this big green package next. This was, I think, an eBay one. Dizney pen locators. Oh, it might have been a Whatnot sale. I think it was Whatnot. I've discovered that there's a lot of pen sellers that are on Whatnot now. Oh, and I know what pen this is. Yes, this is just one pen, I believe. And it was I accidentally fell into their sale. Like I clicked the wrong button. And then they had it up there and I was like, oh, yes, please. And the way the Whatnot sales go is it's like an auction. So they have a starting price. And I don't think I knew that this was this big. To be honest. They had a starting price, and this is a pen that I really wanted, but it's an Artland. Do you see that? Do you see how big this box is? So anyhow, I got this, I think, for about a little over $100. And it's worth way more than that. I just happened along it and I was like, oh, I'll be part of whatever. But it is the Little Mermaid, like, sign poster, I think is what they call this. And it's the one that has the gold and the silver mix. So it's so amazing. Just look at that. She is absolutely stunning. And so, so big. I want to get the one that's like this for Robin Hood, but they've sold out of the one that has both the gold and the silver, and I think they just have the gold frame left because they have ones that are just silver and just gold as well. And oh, here's the Artland limited edition. This is limited edition. It's numbered 47 of 75, so they only made 75 of these. I don't remember if this was a PP, an AP, or regular. I think that it's probably just a regular, but let's take a look at the back of this thing because, oh my goodness, this pen is amazing. And yes, bigger than I knew. It does have a little bit of, oh no, that's a hair. I was going to say it has a little scratch there, but no, it was a hair. So there's your numbering. It has the gold bars on the back. Officially licensed pen from Artland. And it limited 150. So why does it say 40 of 75? Are you marked in any other way? That is interesting. I'm not sure why. Oh, sorry. That's my family. I have my phone on my desk. I sent them a crazy little. We went and seen the Minecraft movie, and I saw a clip of some things that were happening at some of the theaters, and I was like, you guys have to see this. Somebody lit off fireworks in a theater. I hope nobody was hurt. And I was just like, I cannot believe somebody did this. Anyhow. I am confused on the 47 to 70. Wonder if this means something different than that. I'm going to have to look this one up because I don't know which one of those is accurate. I assume this is, but I don't know. But either way, it's an amazing pen. I think I've been seeing these go for about $200, $250 on eBay. So the fact that I paid just a little over $100, I seriously couldn't believe it. And had it not been my birthday week, I probably wouldn't have. And I seriously thought it was going to go for a lot more. I almost feel bad for the pen seller, but I'm sure they make their money somehow. I know it at least covered the initial cost because I think these originally sold for about $100. Where's the other back? Oh, there it is. And they have them for a lot of different movies. So if you like this style, I would go and look and see if they have the one they like, the movie or whatever you collect, because they're so pretty. Okay, so there's that one. And then this one must be my eBay one, which is Double J Collectibles. I also have more coming, but we'll make a different video for that one. I don't think I can do 3 videos a week, but maybe one a week. I've missed being able to connect with people on here and to share my pens, because I love my family. They don't get my pen obsession. And it's nice to have other people who appreciate it the way that I do. I mean, they think the pens are pretty. They just don't like them the way I do. So this is one of the bi-coastal pens. I was able to pick this one up for $15, I think, which is below what it sold for in the park, which is nice. But I have been collecting these bi-coastal pens, so let me go grab my board with that and we'll put it on. So I use these little foam boards, especially when I'm working on a collection. So I have most of this last year's Coast to Coast. I'm missing a few. So I know I was missing Bugs. I'm missing Pirates. I think Buzz was the last one of the year. I should actually move these to a different board. I don't know if I'm going to collect all of these ones. I only have 3 of them. So I think Pirates probably goes here. And then the Mickey Railroad I'm missing as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it must be Pirates and the Mickey Railroad. Now I'm pretty sure I can get the Pirates. The Mickey Railroad is going to be a challenge. So if you have one and you want to trade, feel free to send me a message. I'd be very interested. But there is that. And then we have this box. So this is from Dizney Chris, or the Happiest Pens on Earth. She makes her own custom pens, like her fantasy pens, which are amazing. I have another order coming in from her from this week, but this is the previous week. And actually I've done interviews both with Diana, who is Disney, our Dream 499, and Dizney Chris. So I'll try and link those down below for you guys. But Dizney Chris is amazing. And when I was in her live, I'd gotten a pen and somebody else really wanted it. And it wasn't, it was I think it was the Peter Pan cruiser pen. And they were collecting them, and I wasn't collecting the whole set, and I understand how hard it can be to find the different pieces for something you're collecting. So I was like, just get, she came in later and asked about it, and I was like, you know what, she can have that pen. It's not going to be the end of the world to me to let her have that. And so they did something very nice for me. They included something extra in here. I don't know what it is, because obviously I haven't opened it yet. But it was very sweet of them, and they didn't need to do that. They're just, I don't know, they're a sweet family, and I feel like they do really nice sales. Oh, there we go. And obviously they do some really nice packaging. Okay. There we go. And you will not believe some of these pens that I got. Oh, that's probably the one they sent me for free. Okay. So there's all of our packing. Oh, they just added that to keep everything from going different places. So I think this is another Mim. Oh, the other thing that I really collect is, distractions. Oh my gosh. So it says Epcot Pen Event 2002 LE 3500 spinner. And it even has the Penpix number on here for you guys, which I think is amazing. And it was $30. But I also collect Robin Hood pens, because my husband proposed at the end of Robin Hood. So we have Mim as her girlfriend, form and all of that, you know, wonder. And then on the other side, we have Mim as the dragon, which, oh my gosh, so, so cute. Oh man, I just love it. And then on the back, you can really see, by the way, look at how thick this pin is. I mean, that is a chunky pin. But on the back here, we have the Disney, you know, copyright symbol. Here we have the little Mickey head that tells you, you know, the copyright date and everything. We have limited edition of 5,000, or no, wait, 3,500. Sorry, my eyes. And then over here, we have the Pen Event logo. I don't know if you can really see it. It has figment in it, which I think is really cute. I've only been to one, like a pin trading night, not necessarily a pin event. And I would love to go to one eventually. I had bought tickets to go, but it was the year that COVID happened. And so it became virtual, and I did enjoy it. I just think I would have enjoyed it more in person. And then I got sick and wasn't able to attend anything. So maybe next year, because I think I missed the one for this year already. Oh, this was a Disney auctions pen from 2004, and it's LE1000. And of course, there's the Pinpix number. They sold it for $30, and it's Hook in the Hooks Pub. These were a door collection that they did. Super cool. And this is a pen actually that I didn't grab during the live sale, but what they do is any pens that don't sell, they take pictures of them and then they end up in their stories as like the leftovers, and you can claim them from there. And this is a pen that, like, it didn't sell, and so after the sale I was like, I'm still thinking about that pen, so I went ahead and claimed it. And there's your Disney auction marking on the back. LE of 500, and all of your information is right there. Such a cool pen. I love the expression on Hook's face, actually. And the thought of Hook as a pub owner, I don't know, it just kind of works for me. All right, and then this is my last official pen, because I think this is a fantasy pen that they sent me. And again, I think I got a pretty good deal on this one. And she is still in her box. I mean, look at that. This is, I think this was the name of a pen event, the Be Our Guest. And the box is just really cute. Oh, it's a Disneyland Paris. I don't know that I knew that, honestly. But the box is really cool. It originally sold for 65 euros. So I don't know what the conversion would be. But here she is. I paid $95 for her. Oh, it might have been a little under that. I can't remember. But you have this huge pen of Belle at the table. And you look at Cogsworth. How amazing is he? And Mrs. Potts and Lumiere. And it's a pen on pen. So I've seen a couple of these go on the market recently. None of them for what I paid for this one. They've all been more expensive. And I didn't see them until after I bought it, but hold on. So you can really see like that pen on pen element. And then this part is stained glass. So light can come through here with the wine or whatever it is. Maybe it's champagne. I don't know. But coming through, it's just such a cool pen. And so there's the Be Our Guest. I love the way it's wrote on the back of the pen. Limited edition of 425, and because it's a Disneyland Paris pen, it is it's numbered. So this is number 163, and it was from 2025. So this is a more recent pen then. I didn't realize that either. But just like look at the size of that. So huge. Okay, I'll put that back together in just a second. But let's look at this last pen, which was my Zap. So
sweet. It wasn't needed, but I do appreciate it to an amazing extent. They are such sweet individuals. And she said she was gonna zap me a bell. Oh my gosh. Guys. So this is, I think she calls it the Golden Girl collection. And she is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The detail that she puts into her pen and the time and energy that goes into making these is just incredible. And they're so well made. So on the back you have the castle and it says Golden Girls because that's the edition. It does not say Dizney Chris on here, but if you look on Instagram and you like in your search bar look for Dizney Chris, that is her. And in the framework we have Mrs. Potts and Chip, which are two of my favorite characters. Then you have in this background, which is kind of like a micro glitter metallic there, you have the castle in the background, and then you have, I think these are screen printed, but I could be wrong, roses here, and then you have Belle on the very top. She is just so beautiful, and the artwork that she chooses to do stuff with is amazing. I know she, like, her or her mom draws some of it, but a lot of it she gets commissioned. So I just, oh my gosh, so pretty. Okay, that is everything for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed sharing it with you. I'm hoping to do a video at least a couple times a month from this point on. I'm not really sure, but we'll see how it goes, okay? So anyhow, that's everything for today. Let me know what your favorite pen was, and until next time, I'll see you real soon.